Well, 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 well.
Well, that's a pretty deep subject for someone who just got up.
I know it is, right? Isn't it amazing that I can do that? Like, first of all, isn't it amazing that I'm up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
I know.
I know.
It's new for you, isn't it?
It is. It's a brand new world. Who knew that actually
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
a couple of extra hours of sleep could actually change so much? But actually, I'm sleeping a little bit better, so I'm starting to get my groove back a little bit. Because man, I was getting really tired. But
I hear you. I hear you.
I hear you. So, welcome, Bear, to the world of 7 hours of sleep a night. Like this is strange new world out there. Just- it is. It is. But yeah, I got people missing me all over the place. The really, really late night people miss me. The really, really early in the morning people miss me. And the you know, it's been crazy. But sleep is good. It'll be good. You know what's not good though?
What isn't good today?
Oh, what's not good having to pay $187 million to somebody?
Oh yeah, that would kind of put a dent in your
Yeah.
pocketbook, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't want to wake up knowing that, but I did actually, I mean, if I was the one that had to pay it, but I did actually like waking up knowing that it happened. It was
Yeah,
kind of cool. Yeah.
the thing is, he doesn't even miss it.
Oh, we're talking he as in Murdoch, okay?
Yeah,
Because
I mean, he
yeah,
doesn't miss that kind of
mhm,
cash. That's
yeah,
a,
Rupert,
that
yeah.
him as a Ferrari. It's like, yeah, whatever. Here,
Mm,
take the money, get out of my face. Um,
this
but
is
we
true.
we are hoping that the entity known as Fox News will miss it greatly.
Well, that is only a division, right? Like Fox News Corp is only a division of the big Murdoch empire. We know that, right?
That's
But
true.
we have
You think
noticed.
he'll start splitting them off and then sell Fox News completely?
Well, have you noticed? I don't know if it's just me, but I have noticed in Murdoch dealings lately, he's backed off from a lot of stuff.
Oh
But then
yeah.
again, I mean, he's 82 years old. I would
Well, he
expect him
backed
to
off
back
from his
off.
engagement too.
Yeah. Did he? Did he? I guess he saw that future there. He's like, well, hey, I just lost a couple percentage over here. I can't desert, I can't be doing a 30% drawback on this engagement thing here. Like, I can't afford another lawyer. That's what it was.
And
I
he
can't
he
afford another
dropped he
lawyer.
dropped that engagement just as soon as the judge said, "Look, the man's engaged and flying between two coasts all the time. How can you call him infirmed?"
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, like he's running billion, billion rated in the billions media empires. And yeah, he's infirmed. He's not. Yeah, that's what you want out there for your CEOs and your registered guy, like everywhere. Yeah, you want to tell them that he's just not able to do it.
Yeah.
Hmm. This is it. Like, but that's part of the whole thing. Like, okay, well, so let's just get
Well,
into it about this
maybe it was his
communion.
fiance. He found out he couldn't do it, and that's why she called it off.
Well, that's a whole nother show, Chris. Like, that's a whole nother show. We could talk about that on Saturday if you like. We could. Matter of fact, that would be a very interesting poll. Ha! I'm going to write that one down. Let me
Oh
catch it.
no.
That's going to be very. Hey, Ox, nice of you to join us. Yeah, it's nice to see everybody in chat. Hey, Ashley, it's been a while. And the turtle moves. It's been a while. It's nice to see you during the day. It's kind of cool. Well, let's just settle this thing with Dominion. Like a lot of
Let's
people
just
are.
talk about Dominion. Oh my
They are.
God,
They
they
are.
are bullies. You
People
know,
are being really mean about everything out there.
I mean, I
They.
can't believe how Dominion just thinks that you shouldn't just go on national television on your own cable news network station and say what the fuck you want to say, whether it's truth or lies, and then be
Oh
held
no.
accountable. I mean, that's
The
just
nerve.
bullying. They're canceling Fox News.
I know, I know. How dare they, right? How dare they? How dare they? And how dare justice matter, right? Like, I mean, really. How dare Judge Eric Davis actually want people to tell the truth in court? The nerve. The
The
nerve.
nerve.
I know. Like, this is really, I mean, when you think about it, I know we're being so facetious here. I can barely get the words. I can barely get the words out. I'm used to doing this so serious though, but seriously, actually, what happened in this court case was actually monumental because before a jury it was even in the courtroom, a judge had already decided and put it out there legally without appeal that everything that Fox said based on their own depositions and their own evidence that they did during discovery proved they defamed Dominion and none of it was true. So the jury wouldn't have even had to decide whether the defamation occurred, which was monumental. Like they didn't even have to go there. All they needed to do was actually decide how much to give to Fox News and whether it was done with.
Exactly.
Well, they
I
did.
would have loved to have been on that jury. It's like, oh wait, you've already made the decision. Oh, okay.
Could actually prove intent because all of the anchors in their depositions were saying we really didn't believe that Dominion did this and there was no evidence of any of this actually happening, but we reported it anyway. And not only one anchor said that, but many people that were deposed from Fox News said the same thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they exposed emails where they were all working together to just like, well, let's just keep the story out there. Let's just do it. Like, this is what, like this, you don't want these young guys out there like selling the thing and overtaking us and all this. It was like a strategy for them. They just were, playing the odds, like, and just absolutely admitted in writing, in email, and in depositions in court that they didn't believe the story, but they reported it anyway. There was nothing credible about it. There was no facts. They had nothing to back any of it up. It was just talking points. They just went with it. But how the hell do you have the name News after your name, after something like that? It shouldn't be called Fox News anymore. Just call it Fox, like Fox.
That's
it.
In the last lawsuit, they admitted to not being a news organization. They were an entertainment organization, which allowed them to put parody on with Tucker Carlson.
Still.
Whatever Tucker says is not true. Is basically what Murdoch admitted to on the last suit.
Mm-hmm. This is
and
true.
Yet again,
they hide under entertainment, but then they want the credibility of people to believe them that they know it's facts. You can't have both. Hey, Charlie, if you're going to run in and spank, can I have one too? I mean, be fair. There's two of us up here. No.
Excuse me? Hold on, young lady.
What?
You've got somebody who will spank you anyway. Just chill out.
Oh, you do too. That's not fair. You can't play that card. You're married. I'm not. I can get spanked. I'm not married yet. Charlie, don't listen to him. It's an equal opportunity spanking.
I'm closer, Charlie. Come visit me first.
Oh, He always. Oh, it's just for quiz.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
But I hope. Oh, that's just for quiz, hearts and fire and hits. Is that for quiz? I'm so damn, Charlie. Damn, the most I ever got was like 3 hearts. I never got the kisses and shit too, boy. Wow. All right, Charlie.
He must be gonna make my behind bright red.
I don't want my show back now. I'm broken heart. Like, this is terrible. I can't go on, Charlie.
I'll be taking over everyone.
Oh my God.
How fast we can just tear a channel down.
And transfer the quiz. Charlie.
YouTube's ears suddenly. Excuse me.
Charlie,
in charge? Oh, fuck.
Charlie, you better at least give me a comfort hug. I can't go on. Like, dude. He was my favorite, too. This is terrible. I'm going to have to make a whole new role in the Discord. Let's see. Hi. Oh. I just woke up and look at this. Oh, my God. Check. I don't know. You say boo. You usually say that to me. That could be quiz now. I don't know. I'm not looking. Oh, I don't know. All right. Anyway, back to Dominion. Charlie, this is serious now.
Yeah. Dominion is serious.
Because
hey, did you hear the news?
Yes. Go ahead.
Local how do we put this? A local voting machine company raised its profit by 400% this year.
I know. That's what you see. Everybody's so pissed off. So yes, let's get back to the facts here because I woke up knowing the facts. Everybody's out there. They're picketing. Like I'm not kidding. Look at these. Look, they're all like upset that Fox didn't have to apologize. Can I remind you that Dominion, the Dominion Voting Company is only 1% the size of Fox News, okay? And they just got a settlement for half of Fox News's value. Half of Fox News's value, that huge organization. Half of it they owe to Dominion. They just increased their profits like astronomically. They got a judge to put legally down. You see, because by settling, none of that goes away. There are actually orders and opinion from the judge that everything was true. There's documentation that they settled based on the fact that everything that they said about Dominion was a lie. That's in the record permanently now. For the other people that are actually looking to sue somebody like Fox,
would that be called Smartmatic?
Here we go.
Smartmatic.
But Smartmatic from London is suing over here Fox for the same damn thing, and they named people personally, like Lou Dobbs, who lost his show already when he got named. Boom, right off the air he went. And of course they're naming again Maria Bartoloma because she mentioned him. Now Jean Pirro, she didn't get named personally because she only mentioned it like once.
Did they name Hannity?
I did not see I don't. Yes, I think they named all of them again. Good. All of them, but not Pirro. Okay, and also the amount of money is double.
Yeah.
Double what Dominion was going for. They're going for 2.7. Okay. So they could end up at half at double what
wouldn't that be terrible? You get 1.6 billion. I mean, would Fox even still be in business at that time?
I don't know. I think the Murdoch family may still be in business. I don't think there'll be many big seats for Rupert lately, for running the boards. But that's not even a half of it. Okay, 60% of the shares of Fox News are not controlled by the family.
Well, gosh, what would that matter?
Oh, just a class action suit based on the fact that they just cost the company all of this profit. 50% of the value of the company just went to Dominion. So I think they've got a class action suit. What do you think?
Oh, what do you think? Wow.
When there's evidence in the court, all those emails in there where they admitted that they lied, they knew it wasn't true, and they went out there anyway.
All those so-called conservatives are going to sue Fox to cancel them?
It does kind of look like Rupert Murdoch actually supported the purposeful put out there and put reckless endangerment of the profits, like with reckless disregard of the bottom line.
They can't sue Fox. That would be wrong because you can't cancel somebody, right?
No, that would be reality, dude. Like, wake up. Did you not have your coffee this morning? That would be reality.
I decided to try and be conservative for a few minutes.
It don't look good on you. Quiz and conservative.
All you gotta do is be dumb, right? I didn't say that. I did not say that.
You not say that. No, conservatives aren't dumb. You could say delusional.
How about MAGA conservatives?
MAGA conservatives are a bit delusional. Like, I will admit, they don't look at what they're actually saying. I'm going to be a MAGA conservative
and start yelling at Fox News and
I will say
because I can't do that because we don't allow canceling in MAGA.
We don't allow any canceling whatsoever. Oh, you can have your right to your opinion, but we're not going to cancel them. They can believe what they want to believe.
No, in MAGA land, you can have your right to our opinion.
Oh.
Any other opinion doesn't work.
Oh, that's true because, opinion doesn't really exist for anybody else but them. I get it. It must be a lovely world to live in. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know. When I grew up, they called those fairy tales, Quiz. Yeah, I don't know what the hell these adults were doing, but when I was growing up, I was taught that that's a fairy tale. Like, that's just not reality. I don't know.
So
Anyway.
what's going to happen with this special prosecutor, this Judge Ed
Well, yeah,
ordered?
some people are forgetting about that. They think that, oh, well, they settled, so it's all over. No, the record stands that they lied. The record stands that they did a lot of shenanigans during discovery. They
Right, right.
lied. They lied to the
And
judge,
they
and
and
the
they were
judge
and they
asked
were
questions.
they were
Yeah,
actually fined for that, right? Weren't they given a fine by the
they
judge
were
for lying?
sanctioned. They were
Sanctioned.
sanctioned for that. But that's not the thing. What they did during discovery is actually a criminal act. So that's why there's a special prosecutor. It doesn't end there. Everybody thinks it's over. It's not over. Rupert's still he's not having a good breakfast. I can tell you that. He is not having a good time over there. Murdoch family is not having a good time. The whole enterprise is not having a good time here, because what just happened with this settlement in this law case is going to be far reaching. We've got so much trouble coming down the pike. The special prosecutor doesn't go away just because they settled the case. The
Right.
fact is they lied during discovery. When approached about it, they kind of hemmed and hawed and lied a little bit more. It's criminal what they did. They said Rupert
You
didn't
don't
have
think
an
that the
active
special
role in the
prosecutor will
company.
actually bring criminal charges, do you?
Why not?
I'm just asking.
Why not?
Being a MAGA again. Oh,
Okay, you
wait.
could be a
That's not
MAGA.
how you be a MAGA.
No, but you could assure that if you were a MAGA, then when they say special prosecutor, that's not a special prosecutor. This is a political hit job.
That's right. It's a political hit job.
Because special prosecutors, they don't really have legal representation. They're not high officers of the court. They're not unbiased or anything like that. They don't believe in the law or anything like that. Like, no, because even if it's a political hit job, you're allowed to break the law in politics. Did you know that? Apparently, that's a MAGA line. Like, it doesn't matter that it was illegal. You're just using it so he won't be president. I'm like, what? Excuse me? Like, or not get voted into office? Like, the only reason we would possibly want him to obey the law? What? No, I don't think so. That's not the issue. How about the law is for everybody? How about that one? Like, justice matters, and everybody has to be treated the same. I don't know. Could Murdoch sue Trump for promoting that the election was stolen? Fox was just reporting. Well, Turtle, here's the problem with that one, because they proved in deposition, like,
But they knew he was
that they knew it
man.
wasn't true, and they just went with the whole line. That's a very good question, though.
And here's the thing: you have to thank the Fox anchors for texting one another and exposing their whole feelings. I mean, never thinking that, oh, this will come back to bite me if I put lies on the air, but behind the air, I'm typing to my fellow anchors saying they're all full of shit. We know it's not true. How do you think that would never come to light?
Right. And they're all talking to each other about whether they should go forward or not. And they all decide to go forward with it. They all know together, like, they all just agreed, like, to go forward with it, So actually, Murdoch can't sue. However, who can? Turtle moves, like I said. How about the 60% of the shareholders who are not related to the Murdoch family? They can sue for disregard to the bottom line here, for actively promoting this, and they knew it wasn't true, for putting the company at risk in this way. They could actually sue for that, because this looked intentional. The deposition is they've got, first of all, they've got a special prosecutor looking at them and how they handle stuff in the back and how they're actually conducting themselves. They're looking at that. They're looking at the fact that they would come forward and actually lie in a court of law. Okay. They have apologized. The attorneys apologized personally to the judge, that they didn't mean any disrespect, this and that, it was a legal thing, whatever. Well, they literally, Rupert Murdoch has a position there at Fox News. He knew about what was going on. They tried to say that he was too infirmed to actually realize everything that's going on. While he was while he's jet setting all over the world, okay,
and getting engaged.
And getting engaged to, and the judge actually said that, right? Judge brought it up as countered. He goes, really? Because this is what he's doing. And then they go back and they find out he's got a position on the board. He's got correspondence going back and forth with everybody. Then he just nailed him. He sanctioned them, of course, for it, for having the nerve to do shenanigans in his court. Then he got a special prosecutor involved because what they did was actually criminal. So
yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
And the winner is the lawyers. On both sides, Turtle moves because they both got paid.
Hold on. No, not on both sides. Not on both sides.
Well, the other ones are going to get sanctioned.
There's a certain lawyer who's not feeling the love on Fox's side.
Oh, you mean which lawyer would that be? The one that got sanctioned?
Was sanctioned for lying and
10 times.
She
got sanctioned 10 times for lying. Yes, she did. But I think Turtle Moves means the lawyers representing both sides, Dominion and Fox. They made out like gravy. Yes, they did. Except for, I think the lawyers on the Fox side might have an issue because the bar hasn't weighed in on their actual lying during depositions. That could be an issue. That could be an issue for them there too. Just not only did they get sanctioned by the judge, but there could be an inquiry. No,
I think there will be an inquiry. I mean, when a judge sanctions you, that's probably the bar just biting at the bit, going,
true. Yep.
But another thing that happened yesterday, before the settlement was announced, is a Fox employee was actually thrown out of the courtroom for taking photographs.
Wow.
They really have it all around, don't they? Down there at Fox.
What? They got thrown out for the photographs during the trial?
Uh-huh.
Like, during jury?
Somebody was taking still photography in the courtroom while proceedings were going on.
Damn, judges don't like that stuff. They protect juries. This is why it was a close. Oh my goodness. Like, that's not a good. Oh my God. Yay. Oh, there you go. I got some otters. You may have got all the eggplants, but I got otters. Thank you. Hey. Thanks, Boo. That makes me feel better. Okay. Hey, small cute puppy. We don't allow canceling, but boycotting Bud is fine. This is true. Like, they don't allow canceling. This is true. You're not allowed to cancel anything, but they're not going to drink Bud anymore. Not that they shouldn't have been drinking Bud anyway, because it's the worst beer on the planet, but still, they're going to boycott it because there's somebody on the can they don't like. Oh my God. I don't know. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Wasn't that the Lori Daybell trial? That's going to be at 7 tonight, T King. Yep. I am doing that later on today, actually. Well, and the winner is the lawyers. And the winner actually in T King is the winner for that trial is actually the lawyers too, because nobody else is winning in that. That's a horrible trial. Actually, I'm kind of with that one. But anyway, so more news on Dominion. Okay, what else do you think is gonna, like, the smart tech? Smartmatic. See, I said it again. I almost led you astray, didn't I? Like, once that starts, it's hard to
get trying to drag me in that other lane.
Oh yeah, that the Fox reporter took still photos in the Lori Daybell trial. That was Lori Haggis. I don't know if she's a Fox reporter. I know she's a reporter of some type. But yes, and they got removed from the courtroom. Actually, yeah. Yes, that did happen, T King. Yep. Yes, Lori Haggis, they said, and I can't imagine, they did take it. They don't, like, if he sees phones, like, the people there in that courtroom, if they see your phone up and everything, they confiscate it, they check it. They did remove her and checked the phone, and then she wasn't allowed back in, so they must have found a picture or something. They did have exception to it. There's a lot going back and forth on the Reddit about that, T King, but we could talk about that at 7. Yeah. No, well, I'll look more into it on the Reddit before we go on live at 7. So we have more to say about it. But definitely that was back and forth. But yeah, Newman in that trial, he ain't messing. He keeps that courtroom. Whoop. Yep. there are rules. And so, you know what? Eric Davis did too. Here, Judge Davis here in the Dominion, he had rules too, and he just didn't like to be played with. He was really upset about what Fox News did, and he's reading all the depositions and everything. The ruling that he made is what's going to make it very difficult for Fox News going forward for anyone who decides to sue on misrepresentation or defamation or purposeful damaging of one's career with no facts. I mean, which is suable. I mean, in this country, you're allowed to say whatever you want, but it doesn't mean there aren't consequences for it.
There are going to be consequences.
I mean, let's face it, Fox News is like president. They don't got an immunity clause to do whatever the hell they want, do they? Like, right? No. In the other case I discussed last night, which that one's still in the Court of Appeals, deciding on whether when you do something that's not actually in the employer's best interest, when you're acting on your own personal interest, should that immunity still apply? That's a big deal. It's a really big deal going back and forth right now on that one, because that's going to affect a lot of things.
Yeah.
But as this one, everybody thinks this is over. This is not over for the Murdaugh family.
Well, it's not over for the Murdaugh family, but it's also not over for let me see, Mr. Pillow.
Oh, what's going on with him? Talk to me.
Well, Dominion is also suing him
directly because he could not shut up. Now that man,
exactly.
More people need to sue this man, okay? Because he's a businessman. He knows better. He was the one who first came out and sued because people said he got pissed off because people said he was out there saying his pillow was the best pillow ever, and it actually wasn't. Okay, he got mad because people said, back that up. Where's your studies? We want to know how you could say that's the best pillow ever. Like, why are you saying? You just made a pillow, dude. Like, where's the science? Where's the evidence? Like, tell us why it's the best pillow ever. And he got pissed off being held to that. And now he's just like, he's against everybody. He's just against everybody. He's just out there. He's using the law. You know how they backed up those laws where you don't actually, it used to be in advertising that a part of it had to be true. You weren't allowed to just say whatever you wanted to about a product. Like, you had to actually back it up, Oh, I knew you couldn't. Mocking, I knew as soon as we said Pillow Man, you were going to show up. And I was like, I wonder if the bird's going to show up, because that's like a favorite. Like, we just laugh about that. I was like, but the pillows are now blessed. My Jesus. I know, you stole my line. That's exactly what made them the best, because they're blessed now. Exactly, because there was no science behind it. And he was getting sanctions and stuff for false advertising and stuff. So he became like so total a conspirator after that. He's just like against everything. And he's a big Trump supporter. He's part of the campaign. He's a big rallier. He's a big Fox user, and he's named in Dominion lawsuit. Okay. They're going to sue him for running his mouth too. And they seem to have a pretty good track record. And since he cannot stop talking, he's kind of like Rudy Giuliani that way. He just steps into poop and goes, oh, well, I'm covered in shit anyway. Let's just make a big shit storm. Let's just go everywhere and just put it on everybody and just keep going with it. He did not stop. He just won't stop. That man will not stop. It's crazy. Well,
and not only is our wonderful Mr. Pillow in trouble, but we haven't. I don't think we've ever mentioned Patrick Byrne, the CEO of Overstock, who was also sued by Dominion for the same reasons.
Yeah. So is that one still going, or
that one is still going? Then we have Newsmax, who's being sued by Dominion and Smartmatic. Of course, you've got
Newsmax is smaller than Fox News, and I was waiting.
Yeah.
You see, because they did get mentioned a lot in the emails. A lot of what Fox News, the anchors and all talk about. We don't want to get outdone by those young people, like the younger, smaller company down there that's running with this. Because Newsmax was already reporting on it this way. So even though they knew it wasn't true, that was part of the decision that they made to go forward with it. And so it's actually documented already that Newsmax knows it's not true also in this court thing. So that's going to be pretty telling.
OANN is also being sued. Sidney Powell is being sued by both Smartmatic
Yep.
and
Well,
Dominion.
well,
Rudy Giuliani
wait,
is
isn't
being
Sidney
sued.
Powell the sanctioned lawyer? Isn't like
Yes.
yes, 10 times over? That's not. How are
And
you
Giuliani as
possibly?
well.
Yeah, how are you possibly going to go give depositions knowing you're a 10 times over sanctioned lawyer and you're going to defend your statements? I don't think so. Just fold your cards. Just fold your cards. Let's see where they lay. This is going to be ongoing. Everybody's like so disappointed that they didn't apologize. And I'm like, they wouldn't have meaned anything. They just proved in a court of law with a lawyer with the judge coming out and saying, yo, jury, you don't even have to decide if what they said is true or not, because it's all proved here in their own words in the depositions. Yep. This is a fact. I'm putting the order out right now. You don't have to decide that fact. They did it. Okay. They defamed them. They knew it wasn't true. They admitted they knew it wasn't true. Mm-hmm. And they went forward anyway. You don't even have to look at that part of it. Let's just decide about intent and malice. Of course, the intent is there. They proved that in the emails. Okay. Now they have to decide how malicious it was and how much they're going to pay. Basically, that's all the jury was going to have to do. So they were going to, to settle was really just only their way of controlling how much they paid.
Right.
And because it's actually a win for Dominion. Again, they are only 1% the size of Fox News. They made more. They were sold in 2018 for $40 million. Look at the percentage that they just put on there with $787.5 million settlement. They made more profit than they're going to make in 10 years, 20 years. Okay, right there. Right there. Okay, and that's only one part of it. There's still other suits going on.
That's right.
All over the place. And this one's in the books, and they're going to be able to use all the
and this is probably the most important one because Fox did have deep pockets with Murdoch.
Yeah, they did.
And I don't think you're going to get the same kind of, if OANN or Newsmax gets slapped with something on this magnitude, they're just going to close up shop.
Well, Newsmax couldn't support this kind of a thing. And here's the thing. What about every judge that gets the case now, knowing that the lawyers lied?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How hard is that judge going to be on everything that comes through there for every other case? Like these people don't have a shot. These lawyers, their job just got 10 times harder to even come in there defend them. It's basically all these cases just turned into settlement cases. They're just like, how much do you want? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's going to be. Because like juries are hot. Also, just the media alone. Look at the press that this is getting. Okay. First of all, to try to find
not getting any press on Fox News.
Well, of course. Well,
they didn't even mention it.
No. If I was them, I wouldn't either. I would not be saying anything about. I wouldn't mention the word vote. I wouldn't mention campaign. I wouldn't mention anything right now. Any of it is just going to bring it all up, and it just looks bad. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, they're getting away scot-free." I can't believe that people actually think because they didn't apologize that they got away with this. You're not looking at the whole thing. There's a special prosecutor still in action. Okay, they actually did a criminal act in court. Okay, they've apologized publicly to the judge. Okay, they've also said that they are, by settling and actually in their statement, agreed with the judge's orders that the judge put the opinion and the order out there that what happened, they did defame Dominion. It wasn't true.
They agree with the findings of the court.
They agree with the findings of the court, and the court said everything they said about Dominion was a lie. That's a big win for Dominion. I don't, everybody worried about Fox. Okay, they just wanted to see Tucker Carlson cry on stream. Let's just admit it. They wanted to see him cry live, and it didn't happen, and they're all disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm sorry they all hate Fox News that much, but this, you got to look at what's
as
really
much
going
as
on.
Interesting. I would have loved to have seen Carlson trying to talk his way out of this. I think that would have been hilarious. I also think it would have got him in perjury trouble.
You know what would have really
at the same time, if you can ensure that Fox News is going to just be closing or shuttling eventually because of this, I'm happy. I am. I mean, there was a time when I don't know how many years ago it would have been when Fox News first started
Mhm,
that you could say that they actually presented news. But as they went on
mhm.
and on and on, they just became nothing more than a soundboard
Exactly.
for anybody on, the
Mhm,
far right. And it wasn't anybody it wasn't the moderate right or the conservative right. It was far right, always the far right.
mhm,
Because they knew doing that would increase their viewership and would increase their ad revenue. That's the only
mhm,
reason they did it. They didn't care about news. They haven't
mm-mm,
cared about news for quite a while.
mm-mm.
It's time to shut them down. It
No,
really
it's
is.
just true. We had a very powerful the Murdoch family, very powerful. They have certain beliefs and they were pushing their agenda. Absolutely true. All of that. And they hired people appropriately for it. And, and
Well,
that's the
people
thing.
people literally like Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Bartoloma, Janine Piero, all of them have screwed themselves. They can't work anywhere else. They are never going to be able to go to a reputable news
Hmm.
operation, and be accepted.
It's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
no news office is
Here's
going to have them.
right. And I think what a lot of people, I mean, because like there's several comments I want to address here, but first this one because it's pertinent right now. More importantly, I feel like forcing them to publicly apologize would work best at getting the message through to the viewers who were deceived, like my grandparents. Small, cute puppy, you're absolutely right. Had they actually, instead of saying apologize, actually made them report the facts like they should, let's just hope that the scandal will have your grandparents at least turning into the news somewhere else to hear about the results of the Fox News, and that they actually admitted in deposition that it was all lies and Dominion is right, because there's going to be other news organizations like Smart News down there, like our News Nation, or that, what was it,
Newsmax,
Newsmax? Yes, Newsmax
OANN,
and OAN,
RBN.
who are going to be saying this is part of political retaliation. This is like, they settled because, they never admitted wrongdoing. They did admit wrongdoing in
Yes, they
black and
did.
white over and over again. And there is actual legal standing now and case that everybody can use against them. And I don't know how the best way to get that to the actual viewers of Fox News. They're never going to put it on there. They
The
settled,
problem with that, I think the majority of Fox News viewers don't give a damn.
it's
I,
true.
I, I
And,
agree that there are those
mhm.
group like Smoky Puppy's grandparents who were
I
deceived
keep
and who
calling
keep
them the
following that.
Murdochs instead of the Murdochs. I'm saying Murdochs. It's the same. I guess it's just I get caught up, Jer. Sorry. I'm saying Murdoch instead of Murdoch.
Oh well, Murda. How about just
Murdoch is a
Murda?
like those Rupert's family. How's that? I'll say Rupert's family. But anyway, Andrew, I agree with you. A lot of people did just want to see Tucker Carlson and Rupert Murdoch to have to say in open court what they did. Well, the depositions did
Yeah,
actually, and
the
Tucker
depositions
Carlson
already said
did
that.
have, and that's actually documented. However, it would have been nice because you wanted them to have to endure the humiliation because they did defame and they did deceive.
Hmm.
Okay, and I get that, but that's the number one reason why they settled, because
Oh yeah.
Rupert Murdoch didn't want to have to do that. They didn't want to, he was going to have to sit on that stand and testify.
Well, to be
Okay.
honest, I think this was more of. Uh, uh, I think the whole Murdoch family was more inclined to settle because once the judge ruled that the only thing we need to discuss here, because those people wouldn't even had to take the stand, because the judge already
Well,
said these are the facts of the case. You've already admitted that you lied. You
mhm,
already admitted that you did it on purpose. You already admitted that you did it
mhm,
with malice. So
mhm.
we don't need you to take the stand. All we need the jury to do is come in here and tell us how much you're going to wind up paying them for
Well,
what you did.
it's true, except for one part about that, the malice part. See, the judge said the intent was there, but it was up to the jury to decide how much malice. So, yes, they were
True.
open to be pulled from their depositions to answer the questions on the stand. Everyone that gave a deposition was on the witness list. Everyone could have been called. Murdoch was
Yeah,
in.
but I think after the judge already said that this is how it's going to be. We're not even
Yeah.
arguing the cases anymore.
We're just settled.
All
We're
is left
yeah.
for the jury to decide what to hit you with.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Murdochs were just like, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody needs to go through this. And the judge
Yeah.
is probably saying, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Just get
Yeah.
this over with. Because really, do you really want us to go into court and do this for you?
Yeah. True.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I think the Murdochs were wise to settle.
No, it was, and I believe there was pressure from the family for them to like.
Oh yeah. Oh
Absolutely,
yeah.
we're settling this. That's it. That's
I
it.
mean, the
Because
Murdochs were wise because they knew they could at least set their own amount.
when they got sanctioned, right, and then they had this decision by the judge, I'm sure there was conversation like, "You've done all the damage you're going to do. People, shut up and settle. That's it. We're done." Like, I'm sure they didn't want to go forward through. But the fact that they actually let the jury get seated, they picked the jury, they're going through opening statements. Okay. And, you want to hear something monumental? Dominion already had everything from the judge that said that they were vindicated, that they were lied on, that everything that was said about them was not true. Okay. And yet they had 7,021 exhibition pieces to bring in as evidence if the trial went forward. And I think when they heard that, they were like, "Oh man, that's humiliating." That would have been that would have been a dog and pony show like no other. That would have been the massive humiliation of Fox News and the Murdoch family, the Rupert Murdoch and his family in general. It would have been too much to bear. I'm sure they just couldn't. They wouldn't have been able to go through with that.
I'm not sure that the Fox depositions are available for public
Oh
view
yeah,
yet.
and Chair, I was just looking at that. I did not see a full video. I've been reading the actual reporting out of all the major
the texts
papers.
are the telling stuff.
However, the judge's orders and the full filings with both Smart Tech and Dominion are linked below. Those I can give you. If you like to read legal stuff, those are down below, and some key articles on the standings right now in the other stuff that's going on. I always link that. So there are some links and some publicly available documents there. I don't have the settlement agreement in writing yet, but when that's available, I'll add it to the video.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing is once they finally close this case out and say the judge says it's done,
we
finished,
may get
there's
that.
no more appeals. I think all those depositions become available, but until then, they're probably held on because some other court may come and say, "Oh God," they'll want some other court to come and say, "This judge was wrong. He shouldn't have ruled this way, and therefore we're going to start it all over again." So until it's all said and done, signed on the bottom line, and Fox is just no longer going to try any bullshit. I think everything has to be held separate, and so. But it would be interesting. I agree with you. I would like to go through those depositions and just cackle. Yeah, because they lied in those depositions. This is the interesting thing. They gave their depositions saying, "Oh no, we didn't know that," blah blah blah, and then their text came out, and it was like, "Oh, fuck."
Well, these other lawsuits are going to they're going to force them to actually expose how much Murdoch really knew about what was going on.
Because this is the thing on the Smartmatic side. Yesterday they were all standing up clapping, not because Dominion won, not so much because Dominion won, because the judge ruled the way he did. They don't have any work to do at this point.
Well,
all they have to do is go in and say, "Well, you see, this is what the judge in Dominion already found, that they lied. They lied on purpose. So really, we'll take our $2.6 billion. Thanks."
Okay, here's some things. Okay, there are some things that already changed over there at Fox News while this lawsuit was going on. Okay, they're not that dense. First of all, I love the idea that we have to start calling them Fox News, like FAUX, like faux news instead of Fox News. I would really appreciate that. Hashtag people like that. And mocking, if you're still listening, please at least give me a meme. a Time news cover, something. But that fall news hashtag is just stuck in my head like I don't know what. But anyway, they actually have changed. They no longer, remember the days when Trump could call in and they would just let him say whatever? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone. Only edited clips of his rallies and nothing
Right.
in full anymore. No freewheeling speeches. They have limited the coverage of Trump like astronomically
And it's
compared to what it
interesting
used.
that you brought
Yes.
Trump up
Hmm.
because we really need to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about what he said
What did he
before.
say? Wait, what did he say
Okay.
about this? Okay,
Okay.
because
Not
you'll
not what he
know.
said about. He has not said anything about it yet, but what he said before on Monday.
Mhm.
Okay. He had two tweets at, oh my God, time in the morning, like 2:30 in the morning. First, he says, if Fox would finally admit that there was a large scale cheating and irregularities in the 2020 presidential election, which would be a good thing for them and for America, the case against them, which should not have existed at all, would be greatly weakened. Back up those patriots at Fox instead of throwing them under the bus. And they are right. There is so much proof, like mass ballot stuffing caught on government cameras, FBI colluding with Twitter and Facebook, state legislatures not used. Fox News is in big trouble if they don't expose the truth on cheating in the 2020 election. They should do what's right
Mm.
for America. When Rupert Murdoch says that there was no cheating, in light of the massive proof that there was, it is
Oh.
ridiculous and very harmful to the Fox case. Perhaps he should say that he just didn't know, but that is hard to believe. Rupert, just tell the truth and good things will happen. The election of 2020 was rigged and stolen. You know it, and so does everyone else.
Yeah.
And here the good
This,
things happen. Rupert,
here's the
you
good
just you
Rupert.
just lightened your pocketbook. That's a good thing.
That's good. You can walk without that hitch. Here we go. No, but oh my God. So basically, okay, all right. So he was defending the talking heads that support him. Does he not realize that the talking heads that support him are the ones that actually told the truth in their depositions and actually sunk the whole thing before
Oh
Murdoch said
yeah.
anything? Okay, like they sunk it first. Okay, they decided to be actually upstanding citizens and go tell the truth. Okay, they could see all right, here's the one thing that they did that apparently Trump is incapable of doing, and so is like everybody that kind of is over there. They freaking read the room. They were
Oh
in a
yeah.
court of law and decided to actually act like law-abiding citizens and tell the truth.
Well,
They read the
I
room.
mean, I'm sure they were told by their attorneys that, with your
This is
deposition
risky. You
and with
can't.
your text, if you get on the stand and try and pull that bullshit, it's
They
going to
will
be
nail you.
perjury. You will
That's
be
perjury.
struck with perjury. You'll be put in jail. The judge will probably put you there for at least the night. I mean, do you really want that? I mean, could you imagine if Tucker Carlson
Hmm.
had been slapped with a contempt of court
Hmm.
order and spent a night in jail? I mean, we all would be laughing, of course, but poor Tucker. Oh my God, he'd come out a changed man.
Hmm. Oh boy. Mm. Well, I gotta give Murdoch credit, and I'm not saying Murdoch. That's actually how I say Murdoch. I'm sorry. It is a little bit of my accent and a little bit of miss saying it, and probably that other trial bleeding into my head. But he was brutally candid in his deposition answers,
Yeah. Well, he's not
and
an idiot.
he's not in it. He's just going to
I
be
mean, come
honest.
on. The guy put
Listen,
together one hell of a
of an enterprise.
large news network.
Enterprise. And you know what?
So
He did it. He did it by just believing what he believes and pushing forward his own agenda
right,
and doing whatever the
right.
hell he wants. And at least he was honest about it. And
Yes, yes.
he may be a big asshole, but I actually appreciate an honest asshole. And Rupert Murdoch is at least an honest asshole. Okay. He
Well, he's
said it
honest to
the
a
way it
point.
was.
He's honest
Well,
when he has to be.
yeah, well, he was in a court of law, and he
Yeah.
decided to give sworn testimony that sunk his own ship, basically, but it was the truth. And then everybody kind of had to follow suit. And he's not going to apologize
Of
for
course
that.
not.
I don't blame him. I mean, he made his bed, okay?
Like
But
like
I also think he knows what he's doing. I do.
exact. He knows he's saving his ass. Because if
He
he
know
would have continued down that path, the minion could have just turned around and sued him personally or Smartmatic.
okay, because
And
there's
now they're suddenly into the deep pockets of the family.
all right, and it's gonna hurt financially, and there's gonna be repercussions everywhere. But the only way everyone knows, if you get caught doing something untoward or wrong or whatever, even
Hmm.
a small thing, okay? If you get caught with your hand in a cookie jar, the worst thing to do is to lie that your hand is on that cookie when everybody, you got to pull it out of the jar, right? And they're going to see the cookie in your goddamn hand, right? So I'm just saying, the only way to actually save a reputation is how you handle the crap that
Right.
is happens to you. And he did the right thing, and
Oh
that
yeah.
is the only thing that he's going to be able to save from the ashes of this. He could phoenix up and build other things based on how he handles it in
I
going
I
forward.
think I
Yeah.
think Rupert's pretty much done at this point. I really I'm
Well,
I
he's
got I got
82.
a
He can
funny
afford to
feeling
be. He
I
can
got a
afford
funny
to be.
feeling his family's going to start pressing more for control. Um, I think you're going to see Fox News either get shuttled Fox News. I think they will start breaking off the Fox enterprise into its,
Mhm,
Fox Sports will be its own thing, Fox News will be its own thing. And I think as soon as they do that, as soon as Fox News becomes its own entity,
mhm.
it'll either have to declare bankruptcy or they'll be out there looking for a buyer. I
Well,
think that they don't want this albatross around their neck anymore.
Well, they just lost half their value. I mean, you know
Well,
what
that's
that
yeah, I'm
settlement looks
saying.
like on the books. I mean, we're talking about a company that just tripled, like quadrupled, whatever, their prospectus for 20 years. Dominion was only 1% the size of Fox. Got
Right.
a 787 million. That's half of their profits for the year. It's not looking good. You know what's really going to change, though? Something people don't even think about. One of the things that really nailed Fox News when they, as far as them lying to the court at all, is that they were trying to say that Rupert Murdoch only had an executive position of power based on his shares, right?
Right.
But they forgot that when they listed out those duties, they put in executive oversight.
Right.
They put in that word, they put it peppered throughout his duties, that he had control of things. Okay.
Yep.
Things like that are going to change. Now, every company that Rupert has, I'm sure he's got that kind of deal. Because who the hell would put billions into something and not be able to say what's going on over there? I mean,
And I'm
let's just
sure
say
every one of them is probably changing their language today.
exactly, because they don't want Rupert getting called into court. They're telling them what's going on in their own companies. But no, I get it. But when it belongs to him, when it is his, and he's the one investing it, he's the one that's going to have the bottom line at the end. Why wouldn't he have that kind of control?
Yeah.
I don't blame.
Yeah.
He should. I actually support it, but I'm saying it's that language in the actual employment duties that did them in, because like they're just nailed, even if he didn't come forward, just them saying that he had no say would have nailed them.
Right.
Oh boy, I'm just saying. Oh, it is admissions by Murdoch, Ryan, Fox News CEO Susan Scott, Fox Corp Chief Legal Officer Vit Din. Oh my God. They failed to act on what they knew to be false. In other words, they just chose not to execute their duties to tell them to stop. And this is why the shareholders that are not family, and that's the majority, okay, it's a 60-40 split. 60% of them are independent of the family. And they're actually going to be able to go after Fox Corp right now for
Yep.
all of those officers not producing their duty of care and their duty of loyalty to the shareholders of the company in order to act appropriately to produce profit. They're going to protect their money. And when they showed intent that they all knew it was not a true story and they went forward with it anyway, they put the company at risk, great risk. And I can't wait to see what happens in that lawsuit That's going on. Okay. That's definitely gonna be something. That and this Smartmatic,
Yeah, unfortunately, the Smartmatic still doesn't have a trial date set. So,
Well, okay, but there's a derivative class action suit being followed. There's all these rumors. I don't have a case docket yet,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
but the
Well,
board of
I think Fox.
directors.
I think the Murdoch family is probably already in discussions with Smartmatic. If I
I
was
would
them,
think.
I would be out in front of this one. It'd be like, okay, hold on, let's not go through this shit
Yeah.
again.
For you guys, for your casual reading, here is the sketches from Bloomberg on what's going to happen with the shareholder stuff. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. I mean, it looks like a slam dunk. And like I said, the Smartmatic case, if anybody's interested in that, that's linked below too. But oh boy.
It's gonna be a
This
rough
is
ride.
huge. Do you remember when Disney, what was it back in like, was it 2016, 2017, around there when Disney ABC was sued? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to pay out, that was only 177 million.
And we all thought that was ridiculous.
You remember that about the
We all
pink
thought, wow,
slime? Yeah.
that's high.
We thought that we were all celebrating that like if they're going to go out and say something wrong like that big like
Yeah.
that, they should have to pay. This is huge, and the fact that people are all tripped up about the word apology. Listen, what you're not going to hear on Fox News is an apology, and you're also not going to hear anything about the settlement because they're not going to
The
rub
only
no
time you're
salt
going to
into the
hear an
wound.
apology
Yeah.
on Fox News is the day they shut them.
I mean, because didn't they just admit they weren't a news organization? Why are you looking into them for news anyway?
Right.
Like they just said they weren't news, Mm-hmm. But the judge, this is the legal. Let me just read this to you. Okay. This is the part. The judge wrote this. They said the evidence does not support that FNN, the Fox News Network, conducted good faith, disinterested reporting. In other words, they couldn't hold on to that thing that they're just reporting a story as it's been told to them, that they knew they went out of good faith. They weren't being disinterested. They were being a biased party in the telling of that story. That's what that means. And in another finding, that Judge Eric Davis, wrote that the evidence developed in this civil proceeding demonstrates that it is crystal clear that none of the statements relating to Dominion about the 2020 election are true. Could somebody please put that on a campaign slogan somewhere? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because that defamed. How many people running right now for office on the 2020 election scam platform? It was stolen. It's all false. There's so much fraud going on. All of those people, we've just got like a judge actually saying it's crystal clear that that's bullshit. Y'all need to stop. Sit down and actually run on something that's true. Okay. Pick another campaign slogan. This isn't going to work anymore.
Right.
It's got to get out there. And I just hope it gets promoted more. But that filing is specific. They proved it themselves, They accepted those rulings with no contest when they settled. It now stands as legal fact and it cannot be appealed. Did you know the settlement actually prevents appeal of the judge's findings?
Yeah, except
because people
Court of Appeals can take it up themselves if they
not
felt
on a
that he was grossly insubordinate. If they feel the judge is grossly insubordinate,
oh, please
the
don't put
Court
it
of
out there.
Appeals can rule.
Oh, come! That's all Clarence has to hear. Stop! Just stop! Just stop right there. Don't put it out in the universe. Don't let Clarence hear that. Because I'm telling you, by accepting this with no contest, it stands as legal fact and it can't be applied. It is a summary judgment before we even went to jury.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, you can do that. You can actually say, this is okay, you are guilty. Now we're just going to say how long you're going to go to jail. The summary judgment, that's exactly what happened. A summary judgment before they actually even went to jury. That stands. When they settled, that judgment stands. That cannot be appealed. You're right.
The judgment can't.
Somebody, no, right. But that's where the statements come from, the summary judgment.
Right.
That everything that they said was a lie about Dominion. That is a fact, and that can't be appealed. It can't. Now they could try to like do something like, you're right. A judge's opinions and summaries and judgments can be brought up before judiciary if they feel the judge was out of line. The judge used their own depositions to make that opinion.
There's no way.
There's no way it's going to get
forward.
turned. Yes.
So
that would be.
But would I love to see?
Move.
Would I love to see Fox try? Oh, sure. I think it would be funny.
It would have to be judiciary, and we all know it could be. Believe me, I'm not that naive. I do realize
there's a Texas federal judge that might try.
Let's hope he's too busy with all the shit he's got going on down there to worry about this. And believe me, Fox doesn't have any money to pay any of them to take care of these. So, like, let's not worry about it. I'm not worried about it, actually.
True.
You know,
I'm really not worried about it. But
although I wouldn't be surprised if I saw it, like you. I know you'd be texting me first thing in the morning, like
7 to 10 days.
Yeah, guess what happened while you were sleeping?
Well, actually, 30 days, isn't it, for appeals? So, for an appellate court to just step in suddenly, it would have to do it within 30 days. So I don't.
But it's not 30 days from. It's not 30 days from the settlement. It's 30 days from the summary judgment, and that was a little while ago.
True. So we don't know how long they have, but I'm sure that it's not going to happen. So this is just.
I am just like floored that Dominion, a little tiny 1% of Fox company, that was sold in 2018 for $40 million. Okay, just got a $787 million settlement. Last year, you know what their revenues were last year? Only $98 million.
And one must wonder if Fox News didn't do the whole Dominion thing, thinking that they just didn't have the ability to fight a case like this.
I don't know, but they did, and they just. I'm doing the math in my head. That's a 5,000% boost in company earnings in 1 year. Like, holy damn! Like, that's amazing.
I think and they still have to, hit all the rest of them. So look out.
My God, Dominion's gonna just like whatever money they make, they're just putting it into lawyers right now. That's actually quite profitable. It's like yes, and that's it. Staple Street Capital. Wow.
Now, if only Hugo Chavez was still alive, he could go and start suing people too.
Really? You're gonna go there? You're gonna go there? That's my clue that it's time to get off the air.
I think so.
You hear that? It's like, we did an hour on this. I'm good. Just nobody else has any questions. Okay, wait. Just check real quick. Oh, Ashley,
no!
I would love for Tucker Carlson to get slapped in jail. Well, he's not going to jail. Apparently, he's not alive.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah. Hey, Jen, good to see you. Okay. Wait, Andrew said time for Grandpa Rupert to relinquish his driver's license at 82. Yes, actually, I think so. I wonder if there's a nephew in the wings. I'm going to start researching nephews that do media in the Murdoch family and see who's coming forward.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Shouldn't there be something scrolling at the bottom of the screen, or do you want to explain it?
Okay. All right, you got to talk for another couple of minutes till he's done.
Oh,
okay.
Goodness. Read what's going on at the bottom of the screen if you want to jump on into Claire's Discord server. We have game night tonight, so if you really want to have some fun, come party with us, because we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
We are. Actually, tonight is game night, and I'm looking forward to it because I've got a busy day. Because I'm going to be live again at 7 with Lori Vallow Daybell trial news from the last week. Because I was sick last Monday and we didn't do it. So I've got more than a week's worth of witnesses to talk about and everything. Like, it's a nasty case. Ugh. I just love that laugh. I've been sleeping, Jen. I've been laughing my head off since I woke up this morning. Plus, I've been talking to Quinn since I got up this morning, and that always helps. But,
yeah. I do my best.
Yeah, we do. Because you got to make politics this nasty business. It's a nasty business, politics, and talking about it. And if you can't have a little bit of humor, then why bother? So, like, oh, but this was, in a way, it was serious. And we did get some good information out there for everybody that it is not just about the apology. So chill
No.
out. All right, sit down. Okay. It was never going to happen. Because let's just face it,
Yeah.
people that do bad don't often come out and say it. Okay. It's bad enough they had to admit it in a court of law and they got sanctioned and all of that. They did apologize to the judge. They did actually agree with everything of the judge's opinion and the summary judgment that the judge put forward. They had to agree to that. So we have to look a little further. I am sorry, though, that people are still being deceived there. But I'm sorry. If you just actually believe the news part of Fox News, you actually believe that that's a news station and that you're actually getting credible information from there, I don't know what to tell you. I
I think
don't.
what
Yeah.
another thing that we didn't talk about that I think will be interesting over the next few weeks, month, is to see what advertisers do over on Fox News.
Say that again? The what part?
The advertisers.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
they're also going to be looked at because they're advertising on that network, and the network that just said we lied about all of this. I
Mhm.
mean, what advertiser in their right mind would want to stay on that
Well,
network?
that was number one reason why you wouldn't call right on your network right now and apologize for what you did, because the whole company would fold. No one would represent. But don't forget, I mean, if you look at it like I'm going to do, I'm cocking my head now and putting my business bear on. Listen, that is the targeted market right there for spending money in the United States right now. It's
Hmm.
a much older crowd. They're believable. They kind of like just they go for the newest thing. They've got the expendable money in some cases. Okay. It's an older generation there. And that is their targeted audience. And I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think I actually think it would be a bad move right now for advertisers to run away from Fox because
Well,
unless
that's what I
they
said.
see,
I don't
yeah,
know that they're going to run away right
yeah,
away.
yeah, not unless the demographic moves. Okay, if they see another entity, like if they're going to watch the other channels, if they see that older demographic moving to another area, of course they're going to move. But unless that demographic moves from Fox News, and we all know that OAN and Fox News has that demographic sold,
Yeah.
they got it sold up. Okay, really. And all I could say is that we all have to do better. All of us that actually we just have to
Right.
give more information. I think if given the proper amount of information, that demographic could move. But they're
Yeah.
not going to go out there looking for it. You're
Yeah.
going to
The
have to
other thing
bring
is,
it to
I
them.
think the
Yeah.
advertisers won't jump and say they're jumping. I think they'll just silently start pulling ads slowly
Mm-hmm.
but surely, and then eventually disappear.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
If they're
right.
smart, they would do it that way. But we'll see. We'll see.
You think anybody will have the nerve at Fox to sue Dominion for ruining their reputation
I
and
think
closing their
Anheuser Busch should
business?
probably advertise.
Oh, don't they already?
I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Well, they
Okay.
did though. They do already. Like, come
Do
on,
they
don't they
really?
already? They do. They are a huge. They are the biggest
After
donator to the Republican
after
Party.
being called for canceling them on Fox News, they still are showing their advertisements.
Yes, they are.
Never
Now
mind.
that's just
Whatever.
dumb. Yeah, that's like getting your priorities straight. You're going against your own advertiser thing. And also, here's the thing: are they crazy? Because Anheuser Busch is a huge promoter of Republican causes. Like, what
I
the
know.
hell are they doing?
Well,
Let that. I mean,
that's
they
why.
could have listen. They could have did them a favor by just if you just let it go instead of making it a big issue. Okay,
That's why
Anheuser
you
Busch was
saw.
actually giving you some credibility
Yeah,
on
that's why
that
you
you're.
saw this past weekend the Trump kids came out and started saying, "Hey, just
Yeah, because
chill on Anheuser Busch, will
yeah,
you
because
please?"
they read the room. I got to give them a little bit of credit. They read the room. They went, "This is dumb. This was actually worked in our favor if you had just shut your traps, you idiots." And they're like, hey, that's what you get when you get a bunch of idiots together to believe an idiot premise about a conspiracy. That's what
Yep.
happens. Then you got all these little idiots running around free with their jaws, and you can't control them. Like, right? like my
No, you're right. I mean, that's what happens when you allow a raging crowd to control how you do your job. Whatever the crowd says, you go towards. Well, this is going to bite them in the ass. So
I am so happy right now. I have to show you something before we go off air. Bird. That bird. Everybody wonders why everybody wonders why I love this bird so much. I'll show you why.
Is he being a dirty bird?
No, he's being a brilliant bird. Hold on a second.
Always is, though.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Thank you for supporting my adoration of that bird. Look, here we go. Ready? You ready? You're gonna like this.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Okay. Hot off the presses.
Oh no, that's pretty. That is pretty.
That is so damn. Listen, everybody, if you haven't subscribed to this bird, you need to subscribe to this bird. The channel link is okay. Let me just pull it up real quick.
Yeah, you better get it out there.
I'm getting it up here right now.
If you haven't seen Mocking stuff, you are missing great laughs.
And it's the best. It's the best freaking 2 minutes you could spend of your life is watching one of their videos. They're not that long, but it is definite hilarity, and it's always with a good point. Read the descriptions. He's getting much better at making it. Here we go. But definitely give the bird a sub or a like, or go check out some content. Follow his Twitter, is amazing. Their Twitter is funny when they put this stuff out. I hope to see this on Twitter really soon. I love these. Persecution complex hypocrites order now. Be lives. I love it. Ultra right. I love the can. The can is just beautiful. Oh my God. And thank you for the Christian nationalism blurb at the bottom. I'm like losing it. Oh, just there's so much there. There's more there than first meets the eye. I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm gonna keep it up for the whole rest of the stream till we leave. Okay. All right. I'm sorry if it wasn't ready or perfect. And by the way, I'm probably going to get crap for putting it up so quick because it doesn't like it until it's perfect. But okay, sorry. I couldn't resist. We got bored. Thank you. I hope it was ready for promotion because I definitely couldn't resist putting that up right away. But thank you so much, Monkey. Now I can yeah. That's almost as good as Fox News, but I'm still holding you to it. I want Fox News.
Yeah.
Faux news, faux news. I want faux news. I want a whole magazine. Faux news. I got to. Anyway, on that, I think we're out of here. That's enough. All
right, everybody. Thanks for showing up today.
Shenanigans. That's enough shenanigans for one night. Thank you, Mocking Media. Everybody go over there. That link there's to their channel. By the way, they do this awesome intro and outro for this series, by the way.
That's right, they do.
The aces. They're just freaking dynamite. Thank you so much for the humor. Thank you, everybody, for tolerating our food. But actually, it's actually an important thing to talk about. It's more than just an apology. So everybody yes, that's it. Jin, that's it. Right there. That's it. That's the hashtag. And it is bigger than an apology. Wouldn't you agree? We haven't heard the end of this. I mean, that's why I wanted to do this. Because,
like I said, I'd rather see Fox go down in flames than have him post some bullshit apology.
Mm-hmm. When somebody said to me, "Oh, Claire, they settled. You can't even talk about it now. I know you were going to talk about it this week." I said, "Are you kidding? Are you kidding? This settlement does nothing to what's coming down. It actually makes it worse in some cases for a lot of other stuff that's going on. People just don't realize." And that's it. They all think that, it's like people have a 10-second memory. Like the settlement means everything's over. Oh, no, it's not. If you think it's over, it's not over.
It's just giving ammunition.
It is.
Smartmatic. Yeah.
It is.
Other
hopefully.
Just
all I can hope, as a last statement, all I can hope is that this is the turning tide to where people will start to see your words matter. Truth actually matters. You can't go out of your way to hurt people for a political or any other agenda and not have recourse. I mean, people are allowed to do something about it. And you just can't do whatever the hell you want. Okay. It's just not like that, no matter where you live. And it's not even here in America, as free as we are. You cannot do whatever the hell you want if it causes harm to other people, or if it's an outright lie. And no matter how much you get paid to do it, okay? It's just not right. Well, hopefully this is going to turn the tide, that people will start second guessing some of this stuff. It definitely took the biggest mouthpiece that a certain campaign had in their pocket away. It definitely took that bullhorn away, for sure. I want to see who replaces it. You're probably right. It's going to be AON or Newsmax, but we'll see.
Or RBN.
Yeah. Well, there's always some hungry puppy out there that needs to be fed, right? There's always somebody looking to grow, and they probably will. But on that, everybody, I'll see you later on. Thank you, Quiz, for doing this with me. It was fun, enjoyable. Thank you for everybody in the chat, everybody who watches later. You know what to do. Like, share, comment. If you have anything to say about this, don't hit my DMs. Hit the back of the video. I will actually discuss it with you. And
or hit my DMs. I will lovely discuss it with you.
My DMs now go right to Quiz, by the way, as they forward. We'll see.
Just send it to me. I dare you. I mean, I love for it. Send it to me.
Oh, God. You know what? This 7 hours of sleep, I actually feel like I'm a little drunk this morning. Like I'm a little too giddy. Like, this is weird. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to go get busy. Let me go read some legal stuff, some depressing stuff. I'll see you all later. I'll see you at 7.
Afternoon, everyone.
Have a good one. Bye.